Reword. We do it during the NFL season on Mondays. Joy Taylor joining me in the herd. So we thought we'd do it now. The coaches are hired. The free agents are in. The draft is settled. 3-word game, best for last. You guys ready to go? Here we go.
After almost 3 hours, Colin apparently hasn't gotten to the point yet. Quit holding out on us, cowherd. It's the best for last.
3-word game, NFC. Let's start with the NFC East. Dallas Cowboys. 3-word game. Dak's contract year. He's entering his 4th season. He went 7-2 after they acquired Amari Cooper, and now you get Amari for the entire year. You brought in Jason Witten to calm the chaos of the Cowboys. 2nd most wins in the NFL since he entered the league. Tom Brady is first. This is the year for Dak to pop and pay him the big money. Eagles. Best quarterback returns. Oh, get off Nick Foles. He's going to go 6-10 in Jacksonville. Carson Wentz was an MVP before he got hurt. The last 2 years, however, have ended in injuries. But in 2018, when he was healthy, career highs in passing yards, completion percentage, passer rating. They've added Deshaun Jackson. They took the best offensive lineman in the draft. They got their guy back. Giants. Gettleman, no plan. Last year was a quarterback year. They passed on it. Okay, this year was an edge rusher year. They had the 6th pick, and they passed on it again. My argument is, when he steps to the microphone, I don't think he has a plan. I do think Daniel Jones can play, but you're going to be paying him $18-20 million for 3 years to sit. They lost Odell. They lost Olivier Vernon. They lost Landon Collins. Some of those guys were very important to the locker room. How about Redskins? Haskins, too much. Wordplay. I think Dwayne Haskins was my favorite quarterback in the draft. Not if you're asking him to play right out of the chute. His head coach, Urban Meyer, came on our show, loves the kid, recruited him, said he's not ready to run a $5 billion franchise. And because they got Colt McCoy and Case Keenum and Alex Smith is hurt, I think they're going to ask him to play very early, and I think Washington's schedule is brutal early. How about NFC South? Saints, pull-back year. Drew Brees turned 40. Never forget, they finished the season 4-3 after finishing 10-1. They looked gassed by the end of the year. They had no first-round pick this year. They lost dependable Mark Ingram this year. They've had back-to-back emotional playoff losses. I'm not saying they're a bad team. I feel like they pull back. Panthers. Cam equals Westbrook. Temperamental, fashionista, wildly talented, kind of an emotional roller coaster, and I don't think always easy to play with. Again, Westbrook struggles at the end of years. Carolina started well. Last 8 games, 1-7. Falcons. Ice, maybe. Matty Ice, I like him, but they finished the year 7-9. They did add 2 offensive linemen in the first round. But this division, last couple of years, it feels like it's trending away from Atlanta and to the Saints. This is kind of an important year. Kyle Shanahan left, and you didn't answer the bell. Now, they had a ton of really bad injuries early, so I think this is a rebound year for Matt Ryan. He did improve from 2017 to 2018 across the board, 20 TDs to 35. Bucks, Jameis or James isn't. All right, you'll find out. We got 16 games with Bruce Arians to find out. And Tampa's got wide receiver talent. They got a great young tight end at Alabama. This is the year. Like, you're going to make a decision really quick here. Is Jameis Winston the dude? And if Bruce Arians, because they got talent, if Bruce Arians can't turn it around, Jameis Winston will just be a talented guy who was never the franchise guy. Remember, he got suspended last year for 3 games. He just isn't going to be the guy. If Bruce can't get it right, it's not right. NFC West. Cardinals. Cliff got Kyler. Listen, only the 2nd team in history to draft quarterbacks in the first round in back-to-back years. And this was really all about Cliff Kingsbury. We're bringing this offense, which is all about athletes at quarterbacks. And Kyler Murray is a game-changing athlete. I'll say this. I'm fascinated to watch it. I think it'll sell tickets. And in that division where they're the fourth best roster, they felt they had to take a big swing. It's a big swing, but I think it can work. Seahawks. Russ got paid. 4 years, $140 million. Now the key is draft picks and get cheap on both sides of the football. I didn't love their draft. Doug Baldwin is retiring, it appears. I think next year they'll be battling for third with Arizona in their division. 49ers. Surprise title contenders. I don't care they were 4-12. Jimmy G, and between their free agency and their draft, D. Ford, Quan Alexander, Jimmy G, Jason Verrett, Nick Bosa, I think no team personnel-wise improved more in the last 4 months, free agency and draft, than the 49ers. I also love their coach, Kyle Shanahan. I think they got their backfield right with Coleman from Atlanta. How about Rams? Gurley or Gurney? Todd Gurley got diagnosed with an arthritic knee. That's the franchise. I mean, to me, if Todd's good, I'm good with the Rams. If Todd is a 15-carry-a-game guy or cannot withstand the 16-game assault on your body, I kind of feel differently about the franchise. I still like him, but man, is Todd Gurley great. And never forget this last year. Last 2 games, 45 rushing yards total, and that offense in New Orleans and in the Super Bowl did not look the same. NFC North, Vikings. Cousins rebounds slightly. Kirk Cousins took a PR beating last year. Can I just say this? It was his first year in the system. I do think Cousins has a better second year. They re-signed Adam Thielen, who's a very cagey receiver. I think they got arguably the best offensive lineman in the draft, arguably Garrett Bradbury, the center from NC State. I think last year was a lot of pressure on Cousins and a lot of heat on him. I think, deep breath, he improved slightly. Bears, barely above 500. Listen, Trubisky's last 5 games, I thought it was a lot of smoke and mirrors. His last 5 games, 5 TDs, 5 picks. I think Matt Nagy's a brilliant coach, and he fooled you. He's a Copperfield. Left, right, trap, lit. But in the end, the last month, everybody got the film on the Bears, and Trubisky was incredibly pedestrian, and I think they're a 9-7 football team. For the record, that's what Vegas thinks. Lions. Patriots minus winning. All right, they drafted a tight end that looks like Gronk. They took Danny Amendola and Trey Flowers, and Matt Patricia, the head coach, was the defensive guy for Bill Belichick. They got all sorts of Patriot connections. They just got to turn the L's to W's, and then turn that frown into a smile thing.
Turn that frown upside down.
Yeah, so right now the Patriots, without the winning part.
Sounds fun.
Packers. No more excuses. Folks, all sorts of talent. Aaron got the right coach. They've gone heavy defense in the last 2 drafts. They'll have the youngest, most athletic defense Aaron Rodgers has had since the Super Bowl. I think they're going to reclaim the NFC North and win the division. But now, let's not talk about no defensive help. They've gone massive defense last 2 free agent periods and drafts. 3-word game. AFC tomorrow. I'm like you. I'm getting older. We're all getting older. Like I'm older today than yesterday, by a day, but we're getting older. So was Gary, a scientist, a world-class scientist in Arizona who had young kids in their 20s. And Arizona, if you haven't been down there, I go there regularly. Great hiking, great biking, as long as it's not in August. And Gary wanted to work out with his kids and feel young. And so he created many companies in his day. He created an everyday supplement through clinically tested ingredients that would increase his natural testosterone levels. It's called M-Drive. You can get it at Walgreens, Vitamin Shop, or GNC, or just go to mdriveformen.com. mdriveformen.com. Get 20% off if you put in the code HERD, H-E-R-D. Gary wanted to be younger and feel better. You can do the same. I do. mdriveformen.com.